Hi everyone, I'm JD, welcome back to my channel. I have finally finished my holiday journal. Oh my goodness. For those of you who may be new to my channel and don't know, last year I went to Cairns, Port Douglas area with my mum and sister and nephew for a family holiday, and it was my first time there and it was just such an awesome trip, and I collected all these items to make a journal and tried to only use items from the trip in this journal to decorate it anyway. And yeah, I have been posting up videos of the process of it when it was first made, and then day one. I was there for 5 days, so I shared day 1, day 2, day 3 I think, and then I just kind of stopped. And so finally I'm trying to wrap up all these unfinished projects, and this is one of them, and now it's done and I will do a final little flip through. So here we go, here's the cover. And that is a scanned image of my shirt that my mum bought me for my birthday while we were up there at the butterfly house. So I chose this gorgeous grey shirt with this beautiful pattern because I love blue butterflies. So I decorated the cover. Oh, it's made out of an envelope, by the way. So it's an envelope journal. So just decorated it with a collage of our trip. Included lots of photos from the trip in here. Library card just detailing the trip, all the dates and everything, and where we were and what we saw, what we did. And then just my journaling about the trip, and picked up flyers and brochures from different places, postcards, and kept my train ticket because it was a very long train trip, like 9 hours or something to get there and back. So this is my luggage tag, and pictures of the house. In this bag I just have journaled more for more journaling space, and more pictures of the place we stayed at. This is the postcard that was on the fridge of the place we stayed at. So just thinking of different ways to include some interesting features in the journal, I suppose. This is the house we stayed at. This is the bougainvillea that was out the front of the house. And just the view from the back, and yeah, it was such an amazing view of the ocean. My goodness. More of pictures of the house. This is the soap from the house that we stayed at. And then this is documenting the first place we visited, which was the wildlife habitat, and that's a koala hidden in those leaves. And that's a leaf that a feather that I picked up on my way out of the wildlife habitat. And so that was the map that we were given, oh no, a scanned copy, sorry, that I printed out, because I kept all the originals in the pockets. So I like how to use the brochures and maps and things as actual pages in the journal. Just more photos of the place. I have this thing where I like to take selfies of me at a certain place, just to kind of say, hey, I was here. And that's how I document as well that I was there, and it wasn't just someone else's photo or someone else was there. I like this one, how I put this photo here of me, and it's like part of the advertisement or part of the brochure itself, because these people are there. And I love the tendrils. Can you see those tendrils? Oh, it's so pretty. That was Mossman Gorge. Love the canopy and walking through the forest. It was just gorgeous, the rainforest. So I'm just covering up the photos of my family. And we all got a photo with the butterfly wings here. Why'd I cover me up? Didn't need to do that. Hang on. There I am. So yeah, this is the stained glass window I made using cellophane. Really love that idea. It took a bit of effort though, so but love it. And I love this butterfly. And this is the Ulysses butterfly, which I so wanted to take a photo of with its blue wings, but they actually land with their wings hidden up, so they hide the blue so that predators won't be able to see them. So I did manage to see one flying around and saw its brilliant blue. Oh my gosh, it's like electric blue. Couldn't believe how bright it was. But didn't manage to get a photo of it with its wings open. So yeah, more pictures of the place. It's just so beautiful. My mum took these photos of these ospreys. They were in this giant nest on some power lines, like on the top of a power line pole. And here, because my mum absolutely loves birds, by the way, so she's got a birding group she's part of, and she takes photos of birds and draws birds. So this is at Bird World. And look at this. I took a photo of the cassowary and this red parrot just flew across in front of me at the same time. So it's kind of blurry, but I kind of like it. And there was this duck at the top of the waterfall at this place. You can't even see it really, sorry. And I was staring at it for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes and trying to work out, is it a statue? Is it real? Is it alive? And it did not move at all for 5 minutes. And so I just kind of thought, oh yeah, okay, it's not real. And then I walked all the way around here and then back up the other side, so back up this way, because I was watching it from over here. And then finally I saw it move. And I'm like, oh man, that was fun. And then there were turtles in the lake too. And my mum, she held this bird because... Oh, and these macaws, aren't they just ridiculously stunning? That nature can produce this crazy creature, that blue colour. I mean, look at God, he's just a genius creating these amazing animals. And they slid down these poles to get to the food. And I was like, oh man, it's like a playground for them. I was so impressed by how they did that. Oh, and this is recording my lunch that I had on the train on the way back, because it was really nice. It was a veggie burrito. It was very nice. I would have it again, because you're never quite sure how the food is going to be on the train or the plane. More photos of the house, and I didn't put anything in this one, but oh, here is more about the butterfly sanctuary. So it's all a bit over the place, this journal. The middle page, it's not kind of chronological, it's not set out chronologically. My priority was to set it out as much as possible to journal about what the page was about. So obviously when you have the the fold, I'll have some things over here and some things on the other side of the signature. This was the original map, because I wanted to keep the originals, because if you only have one half here and one half there, you can't see the full effect. So driving, more shots. We always read after dinner at night, and that was the last thing we did before bed. My mum, sister and I would read on the couches. That was one of my highlights. And then, yes, the parrot landed on my shoulder. I was so happy. It was so cute, and I rested my head against it, and it ate one of my buttons. And before it got my next button, my mum helped me and took the bird from me. So it was so amazing. These are just some journal cards that I had planned to use, but there was no time, or I ran out of space. But that was from my drawing that I did there while I was there, just sketching with my mum's pencils, which you'll see a photo of later on. More places of the butterfly sanctuary, isn't that beautiful? And then this one is at Bird World, and it was a photo of my sister sitting on this bench here, and I just loved how she was framed by the greenery. Such a beautiful shot. And more photos of the birds, aren't they beautiful? Look at that beak, oh my goodness. Brochure. My nephew bought a cassowary at the wildlife habitat, and I bought him a parrot so that yeah, he could remember all these different places he went to. We had gelati and ice cream after we went to Bird World. And all these pages here are from a Kuranda brochure, because that's where we went to Kuranda for the Butterfly Sanctuary and Bird World. And in here, I love these postcards, so I just put the two in there. I got two, because I thought I'd put one in this journal and one in my personal journal. Like, I know they're both personal, but one in my, like, a daily journal rather than a holiday journal. This was the bag that the things we got from the Butterfly Sanctuary at the shop. This is the packaging of the jewellery my sister got me for my birthday when we went there. And, what was it? I can't remember. This, I think, was from the bracelet, which here's the bracelet. And then this is the packaging, and this was cut out, and the necklace was actually in here. But I've just stuck a photo of the necklace that behind this, and then put the window on top. So it actually looks like the actual thing. And you'll see lots of blank space because I ended up journaling about everything, and in the end, actually, look at these, aren't they gorgeous? In the end, yeah, I was just like, I just need to get things in, and I kind of stopped worrying about making it look like beautiful, I suppose, and the priority was just to get things down. And so my handwriting gets a bit messy towards the end and everything, but look at that kangaroo. That was one of my highlights, feeding it and patting that kangaroo. Yeah, because that one flips out. Because, what am I saying? Yeah, I let it go too long, and then you forget what you wanted to say and all that kind of stuff, and then you'll just, it hangs over that you've got this unfinished project, and so I just needed to get it done. The map of Mossman Gorge and the flyer. Ah. And then the train ride home. Oh, and then the last shots of the house. And this is my room that I stayed in. And these are the pencils. Aren't they beautiful? So my mum likes to draw, and we all had a go. And this is sand from the actual beach there, and some quartz. My nephew and I went for a walk and picked up some sand for his journal too, and some quartz for both our journals. And just the car getting packed up before we go. And I love this, the golden hour in the morning. And then in the back pocket here, because it's an envelope, as you can see, that's the flap, I just put in the original brochures of the other places, so Bird World, Butterfly Sanctuary, and Mossman Gorge. So it is done! Yay! Everything's in it, all the photos, all my writing, and the one kind of message or insight that I got from this whole trip was, so I absolutely loved it. It was an amazing time. I'm so thankful that I got to go. And the house was just beautiful. It was amazing. The view was amazing. The beach was gorgeous. The places we visited were amazing. Loved seeing all of these animals, and the scenery was just beautiful, and I could have stayed there forever. It was just so peaceful. But my favorite thing at the end of the day was being with family. So even though I took so many photos of places we went to in the house, really, when I got home, I was like, man, I should have taken more photos of my family, because that's what it was all about. That's what made it special. And I kind of took it for granted a little bit while I was there, because there was just maybe too much going on with all the places we were and all the amazing things we were seeing. But at the heart of it, it was being with family, spending time with them. And yeah, at the end of that trip, I just was so overwhelmed with such a feeling of love for my family. And so yeah, that's what I got out of this trip. Well, I got lots of things out of it, but that was the main little lesson I got. So treasure your family, don't take them for granted. Enjoy all that time you have with them, and especially because I live in Bowen and am away from lots of family members and everything, it kind of hit home to me as well, so even harder. So yeah, alright, so that is my holiday journal finished, and it did get a little bit chunkier, and it's good now to go and put them on my shelf, and I can flip through it anytime I want now and have all those memories. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!